Let me hit the refresh button here. Google Assistant has entered the chat, complaining about something. Not sure what. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? Terabyte, I saw you. You're gonna be in the office on Wednesday, so no more comments from you? Well, that's just unacceptable. We have to fix that. You've got to get your whole office watching. That's the solution, obviously. Obviously. How is everybody doing? Welcome to the Gosh Second stream. We're talking about what's the biggest change you've made recently. I don't know where this came from. Just a thought. What's the biggest change you made recently? Kirsten Rocky, the biggest president's having Dusty Thunder and crew going live on your birthday. Happy Gosh Second birthday to you. Today's your birthday? Happy Gosh Second birthday. Juliet, that's a good one. That's a good one. Amaldine Shepard ditching a toxic friend. Best change you made to your life. Yeah, that's a big one too. Hobbit Stoner, stop talking to your parents because they treat you like trash. Having boundaries is a big deal. And the power to say no is, I think it's the biggest superpower that any of us will ever discover. Right? It's the biggest. Cake the Rogue, biggest change, trying to get healthy. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Rusty car bought your first house. Nice. Aw, Threona. Your amazing granddaughter just turned 4 years old yesterday. Played mini golf and had 31 flavors. Heck yeah. Happy gosh second birthday to her. That's awesome. Michelle Standiford, standing up for yourself. Perfect. Beyond, increased your work hours to a full 12 per day. It's poo. Gotta get that bread. Even if it runs you into the ground, huh? Helen ditching that toxic niece and limiting your brother. Family boundaries are a thing, right? Emily Ray started reading again. Rebel Goddess, that's a hell of a good one. Cancer in remission, that's a damn big change. Hell yeah. Labyrinth decided to exit your marriage after being forced into celibacy for 6 years. That's a big change too. Wow. Damn. Kirsten, happy gosh, second birthday to you. Biggest change really recently is removing toxic people from your life and feeling so much better. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the best birthday present you could ever give to yourself. Do not tip that chair over, Candy Thunder. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Elise, dropping the Hondo bolts there. Thank you so much. We do have a goal of 4.5k bolts to get us started on the TikTok side for a spicy story. And 10 supers 5 and up for a spicy story in the Shark Kid. What is happening over here? It sounds like somebody's ripping ass in the background. It's not. It's a stool is being scooted around. Candy Thunder's designated Diet Coke stool was not in the proper position and had to be scooted across the floor. Has to be just right. Has to be just right.
You said don't tip the chairs.
Well, yeah. What was tipping the chair ever an option? You said don't tip the chair, so I had to do this. Well, you were gonna tip the chair?
You said don't reach that.
You know what's an
No. There will be no chair tipping today. No chair tipping. Bold. Now working out and trying to join the Navy. Heck yeah. Very, very nice. What's up, Myra? Miss Helene dropping the bolts. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Helen also got a hysterectomy coming up, so no more periods. Yay. I mean, hysterectomy does not sound like fun. You know, it just doesn't. Sabrina, thanks for the bolts. Shep with the 301. Thanks so much. Painted D member for 10 months in the Gosh Heckin' Thunder crew. Holy crap, Miss Helene. Lost over 100 pounds. That's a lot. That is a lot. Crystal, QOD stopped begging for people to stay in my life. It's a privilege to be in your life. Why would you ever have to beg someone? And if you do, they don't deserve to be in your life. So Hazrala dropping the bolts as well. Thank you so much. Well, also, what is that, spaghetti? Is that a pan of spaghetti? It shows me, like, the image. It just doesn't tell me what it is. Trin, your 23rd birthday is tomorrow. Happy gosh, happy birthday to you. Kirsten, Trin, we got some other birthdays here going on too. Let's go ahead and do this. Happy gosh, second birthday to y'all. Stacy decided on divorce. I mean, sometimes that's where it goes. Sometimes that, yeah. I mean, if you got a partner or not a partner, person you're with that should be your partner, it's not willing to grow with you, not willing to journey with you, not willing to really be your partner and do life with you, then yeah. Inevitably, that journey ends, right? Zoe, thanks for the bolt. Appreciate that. Mama B started a small business aside of your full-time job. Got that side hustle rocking. Ruth Wolfie dropping the 5 said had to move within a week and find my own place because my dad and stepmom sold the house we all lived in while I was paying for all bills, mortgage, food. Wow, that's shitty. I imagine there's a boundary coming up there where those people don't get proximity to you. Divine World, did y'all not go live Sunday or did I crash out too early? We did not. We went live Monday night instead. Life happened to us Sunday. We had to move our stream over to Monday night, which does happen sometimes. It does happen. We try to do a lot, and sometimes can't get it all done. Mama B, Cats, Azrala, Mama B, again there as Plunder. Thanks so much for the love. Greatly appreciate it. Radiant Decay about to get married to your best friend of 14 years. Congratulations. That's fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. Cassandra with the balls. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. User 192. Lots of numbers there. Listen to your podcast at work today. Glad to catch you live. Heck yes. Almost every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Central. We are here. We are here. We are here. We are here. Don't know. Has Flunder your favorite live of the week? Heck yeah. Mariah celebrated 7 years together with your hubby? Hell yeah, that's awesome. 7 years is a long time. And I think at the 7-year point, you could safely say, like, you got past the learning to communicate phase, right? If you've lasted that long, you've learned to communicate. I hope. Jeanette's getting married to your best friend of 8 years, still can't believe it? Hell yeah, congratulations. Congratulations, that's awesome. Lex able to hop on real fast, starting your career job as a 911 dispatcher. 911. I guess you don't call it 911. 911 dispatcher. It's good to see you. Good luck. Good luck at the job. I hope it's a calm day for you. You know, a busy day for you means calamity, right? Yeah, Yvonne, yeah. All right, you guys ready to rock and friggin' roll here? Let's go. Let's go. Coming up, we have stories about +1 wedding drama, weekly dinner dates with exes, disagreements over roles in the house, flip-flopping on living arrangements, wedding date conflicts, assumptions about childcare, and all the spicy stories, petty revenge stories, and cake stories you can fit on your plate. We're going to have a good time. Let's rock and roll. We do have a goal of 4.5K bolts on the TikTok side for a spicy story. On the YouTube side, we have a super goal of 10 supers, 5 and up, for a spicy story in the Shark Head, because it's Shark Week, right? Yeah. Serendipitous. I didn't even know that. If you were here for the Monday night stream, the very end of it, I didn't even know it was Shark Week when we had our shark conversation. Did you? Nope. Candy Thunder did not know either. Share goal for the week is 15 hundo shares. We don't have the progress bar, but we're still keeping an eye on it. Check Linktree for free customization on Stanley Cups, like the Thunder Cup we have here. Tater Thunder has her candy cup as well. If you're a VIP member, you can see the Facebook group conversation for links to artwork to Thunderize your cup. There's some vector artwork that you can use there. I believe customization is still free through the 27th, so you got a few more days to do it. Navy Thunder's been using the heck out of hers. She loves it. A reminder to everybody today, keep chat positive and respectful. Of course, everybody's allowed to have their own opinion. We want you to share that opinion in a decent human being, respectful kind of way. Please don't spoil stories. You will get muted, if not booted, for that. Also, shit stirring of any kind. You'll end up getting muted for that too. So just don't, fey fo. Jenny with the ice cream cone dropping the 5 on the YouTube side. Hello, right back to you. We do. Oh, goodness, we do. We have a couple things before we dive into our stories here. Tonight, we have a brand new episode of The Imperfect Storms premiering live at 8 p.m. Central on YouTube. It'll be a premiere, so we can all jump in to chat and watch it together, which we love doing. Imperfect Storms is the one that we film at home, Candy Thunder and I. Home studio. The animals always make an appearance there, so that's a damn good time. Tomorrow night, we also have a YouTube members only live at 9 p.m. Central. We hope you can see us there for that. If you've been thinking about becoming a member of the YouTube fam, the Thunder crew over there, now's a great time to do it because we have that member exclusive live tomorrow night. And with that, no spoilers. Spoilers will get muted. Get out your gotcha-checked brooms. Let's rock and frickin' roll. Mercy got back from Aruba Saturday. Couldn't gift there. Already missed the beat. Oh, already missed the beat. I bet. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for the super, by the way. Never been to Aruba. Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh. Where is Aruba? Somewhere warm? Well, it's warm here. We got the warmth. We just don't have anything else to go along with it. You know what I mean? Is it near Jamaica? Only the Beach Boys know as Blunda. There you go. Only the Beach Boys. What's up, Real Broad? Good to see ya. Magic Drop. Warm with beach and a little humidity. Oh, okay.
Tonight.
Dang. Let's go there. Okay. You can see Venezuela from the southernmost tip of Aruba. That's awesome. All right, let's rock and roll. Okay, first story. Here we go. Am I the astronaut for not giving my best friends a +1 at our wedding? Let's do a poll, shall we? Are you on top of that, Tater Rooney? Am I the astronaut for not giving my best friends a +1 at our wedding? Okay, it's best friends plural. And if this is your first stream, we play this little game based on title alone. We make a guess at where they're going to end up on the ASCON scale. If you're not familiar with the ASCON scale, let me show that to you real quick here. Here's the whole scale. We've got ASCON 4 is the least severe asshole. ASCON 1 is the worst. And then we've also got NTA, which is not the asshole. We've got ESH, which is everyone sucks here. So those are all in play here as well. Let's see here. Not giving my best friends a +1 at our wedding. I mean, if it's somebody they had been with for a long time, I assume you would have included them as their +1. If they were single and not seeing anybody at that time and they just wanted to bring somebody to have as a date, I don't know what the rules are on that kind of thing, but look, your wedding, your choice, right? And this is not something that you singled someone out to do because you said best friends, plural. So I'm going to go NTA on this. I'll probably be wrong, but I'm going NTA. Let's see.
Okay. Poll results are NTA by 45%, followed by ESH at 16, and then ASCON 3 at 14.
Okay. So NTA takes it, and we'll go from there. Our wedding budget allowed us to not have to worry about limiting the amount of guests within reason. Well, that's not a great start. My best friend at the time and groomsman, Russell, not real name, had a girlfriend, Shannon, whom no one liked. Everyone was around her only because Russell is a great guy and a perfect gentleman, etc. He's the kind of guy who is so nice and everyone wants him to be happy, find a good woman, and have a good life. Shannon, on the other hand, was very negative, toxic, and people thought she was a little weird, not in a good way. There are so many stories of her just being rude, a party pooper, and I later found out saying bad opinions about us. These comments would surface on Facebook, though through some games we play in friend groups, and through talking behind our backs. Basically, Shannon was rude and a "you must be fun at parties" type of person. The part that was hard for me was that while Shannon was so negative and toxic and judgmental, Christian type judgmental, Russell was so good and happy. I felt like I was supposed to tell him that his girlfriend sucks, but who am I to tell a happy man something negative? So when it came time to send out the invitations, I felt like I was at a crossroads with inviting Shannon or not. Many friends and even family have expressed their concern with sitting at the same table as Shannon. Then my fiance, now wife, requested that Shannon not be invited, and that was it. I sent Russell one without a +1. He didn't know, but but he was the only person with a significant other who didn't get a +1 on his invite. Am I going to get into wedding/marriage upsetting? Wait. Am I going to go into my wedding/marriage upsetting my best friend, or am I going into it upsetting my wife and close friends? That's an easy choice. The wedding day came, and I left a seat open for him, and understandably, he didn't show up. I wasn't mad about it, and I understood it, but I was a little bummed. Many guests came in, looked at the list of tables, and were relieved that Shannon wasn't at their table. Then they felt that they could party freely. I don't regret not inviting her, but I feel like in hindsight, I could have approached the subject differently or sooner. Am I the astronaut for not inviting his +1? The title is not the same as the story. It was singled out to one person. They even say it's singled out to one person here. So that does change things a little bit, but it's not just you. Nobody wanted her there. How would you have that conversation with your friend? How would you approach it? Tater Thunder. Ladies and gentlemen, Candy Thunder for the first time today.
I probably would have talked to him before just not inviting his girlfriend. I probably would have said that she makes everyone uncomfortable and we don't want that drama at our wedding, so she can't come. But he should have told him before, not just extending the +1.
I agree.
And she should have told him why, because just not sending it and not communicating it just made him feel a certain way.
We don't know how long they've been together. There's a lot that we don't know, right? That could have complicated this or made it easier. If they hadn't been together that long, it'd be a pretty easy conversation. But to have the conversation be like, hey man, no one wants to deal with your girlfriend there.
Yeah, I mean, open that and maybe that conversation can lead to somewhere. I'm not sure. I don't know. And I get what he's saying. Nobody wants to be around someone that is like that. Like, it's uncomfortable, and makes you feel self-conscious and icky in a certain way. So I get why they don't want her there, and the wife didn't want her there. I don't have any problems with not wanting her there. It's just the communicate why you don't want her there.
Right.
And give him the chance to absorb that information besides just sending an invitation.
Agreed. And I don't feel like we would be, it wouldn't have changed what happened at the wedding, right? He wouldn't have shown up. But there's not showing up, because even if you talk to him and you're like, hey, here's what's going on, and I would love to just invite you and not her because nobody wants her here. He then is put in a position where either he goes to the wedding without her and creates division within his relationship, or doesn't go and stands in solidarity with her, which is what he ended up doing anyway.
Right.
So like you could have had the conversation. It's just an awkward conversation, right? And I feel like OP just avoided the awkward discomfort by just sending that off, which feels cowardly. It does feel like it should have been done differently. Which would be what, an ask on 3 if you should have done it differently. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I do feel like I don't know. You can't tell someone who to break up with or who to be with, but if he had voiced concern and opinion on the conversation, it could have opened a door.
It would at least what happens when you leave silence there, right? There's no narrative control, and you allow the other person to fill in the blanks with the worst possible scenario.
Right.
And that's, I don't think you want the other party here to fill in the blanks and just make up whatever they want, right? You want to have the truth in there so that he at least knows, and he's still going to miss your wedding, but you could still be buddies.
So I guess they let Shannon control the narrative on his end. And of course, you know what that narrative is going to be if she's already talking shit on everyone. And if she is talking shit on his friends, like why does he allow that? Or why has he not stopped it? Or like, have they conversated about that? Russell and Shannon, but I don't know. That's a whole nother.
Pain creates change, right? And he hasn't experienced enough pain to have that conversation yet. This might have been it. This might have been the opportunity where you can be like, hey man, this is why.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, shit, now I've got to talk to her because I'm missing out on historic moments in my friends' lives, on milestones that I really want to be a part of because she's a party pooper. Now what?
But right now it's just OP chose his wife, and so Russell chose his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the story right now.
What do you think Russell's girlfriend came up with as the reasons? Let's play this game in chat for just a moment. You're buzzing through the
fucking spam calls. I swear. It's like a dozen a day right now. It's terrible.
It's pretty rough. What excuses or reasons do you feel like Russell's annoying girlfriend would have come up with as to why he didn't get a +1?
See, this is what I've been telling you. This is how they've always treated me. Do you see it now? Do you see it firsthand? Yeah. It's always been them versus her. Like, that's the vibe that she's giving. She's never wrong. They're always wrong. They treat her this way. She's never done anything to be treated this way. Blah, 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 blah.
And Bride,
we all know the person.
Bride just thinks she's going to get upstaged if
yes,
Shannon
100%.
comes,
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Oh, yeah. That'd be fun.
Yeah. The groom wants me. There you go.
Oh,
Labyrinth.
God.
Yeah, Labyrinth.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, metric drop. She gets narrative control, which means she gets to be the victim, which means that he's going to, of course, take her side. So that's that is an official AskCon 3. Welcome to AskCon 3. I'm actually the mayor of AskCon 3. So you'll it's getting crowded on this planet. There's a lot of us. It's not terrible, but we should be doing things differently. So take this as a learning opportunity. I don't know, OP. I don't know if you're going to get another chance to have a conversation with Russell. I hope you do. There's another side to this, not another side, but another layer of this, where because this is two dudes, it's not more complicated, but more complicated. Because guys don't communicate through problems like this. They don't communicate through problems openly, right? It's very much the rub some dirt on it, walk it off, ignore it till it fades kind of approach here. So for two bros to have a problem that could really fracture this friendship, there has to be a conversation there. I don't know if you're going to get another chance, especially because the narrative is now being controlled by Shannon.
Stepped in it, OP.
Yeah. But you made your choice. You know what I mean? So now it's either wait for this relationship to implode, because it inevitably will, because what's going to keep on happening is that the people who Russell likes to be around, who can't stand Shannon, will continue to fall off and not invite him to things. And that's going to continue to happen. He's going to continue to get isolated here, which either means that he's going to end up controlled and he's going to be married to her and just have a miserable fucking party pooper life, or he's going to wake up one day and be like, shit, what happened? And then maybe you'll get an opportunity to have a conversation. But I would highly recommend reaching out now, having a conversation, telling the truth, expressing a hell of a lot of regret because you wish he would have been there for your monumentous occasion, just without her. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. What did you guys think? What else would she come up with? Bridget, I can't even stand Shannon, and I don't know her.
That's the one.
I love it.
We all know her, just with different names.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we all know a Shannon, just with different names, right? Who's your Shannon? I'm just kidding. Don't say that out loud. She thought about it for a second. Ooh, Kitty Cat Queen. Maybe Shannon intercepted the invite. You may be on something, especially if they live together. Holy shit. The Amazing Torah, she would have worn white 100%. 100% she would have worn white. And then she would have been like, oh, it's actually like mother of pearl. Real broad AITA stories make me realize I control myself so well. I'm really proud of the level of self-control that I have. You know. Pink says, I recently broke up with my ex-best friend. She was a total Shannon. Don't be a Shannon. There's the term of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be a Shannon. Let's get a little music interlude here while we're between stories. Katie the Red, good to see you. Quick pop in to say hey, but my lunch break for work is almost over. Words will not be hard today, Dusty. We'll see about that. I recorded a member exclusive story this morning and words were already out. Maybe they're just harder first thing in the morning. It's like morning words. And Drop of the 10 said, could you add a sound effect of a raucous round of applause to your magic control board to be used for Candy's first appearance of the day? Probably can. We have the Candy intro, remember, where it's like, where her super emoji comes up, and I'll have to revive it and bring it back here.
That's hilarious.
I'll bring it back. Yep, I will bring it back. That will be awesome. Where are we on the gift goals? I can't see progress anymore. I can't see him anymore. Yeah. Let's say it again. We are at 1865. It's moving up. We're at almost 2K of 45 hundo on the lightning bolts for the TikTok side. YouTube side, we're at 5 out of 10. So we got 5 more to go, 5 and up to unlock Spicy Story on that side. We have Spicy Stories galore to unlock today, I hear. 2 Spicies, multiple Petty Revenge, Cake Story. We got a lot of stories to unlock. We got a lot. A spicy cake story? A mother-in-law spicy cake story. Sounds like it. And Miss Helene, yeah. My morning words statement that Candy Thunder didn't catch. I get away with a lot of crap because she's distracted. And then later on, she'll be like, wait, what? Nothing. I know nothing. Caden, don't tell her. Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
He's like, she signs my
He told her. He told her immediately. You folded like a... I don't know. What's a good thing to say. Yeah. You folded like a pancake?
They're floppy. Makes sense in my head.
Yo, yeah, using a pancake as a taco, yeah. As a tortilla, yes. Folded like a chair, there you go. Like a cheap suit, like a quesadilla, perfect. Like a house of cards, I need all these. Yes, I gotta hang on to all these. Now it's a whole conversation. All right, we're diving into our next story, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. All right. Our next story here is from AITA Relationships and goes like this. Am I the astronaut for telling my boyfriend I'm not okay with his weekly dinners with his ex?
What?
Am I the astronaut for telling my boyfriend I'm not okay with his weekly dinners with his ex? Shall we start a poll?
Yeah.
Candy Thunder's too stunned to start the poll. She's like, No, you're not the astronaut for telling your boyfriend that you're not okay with his weekly dinners with his ex. What? Look, I know that like some people exit a relationship and can be really good friends, but look, if your partner is uncomfortable with it, I think they have, first of all, you have a right to tell them how you feel. You have a right to feel the way you feel and to explain that. Now, controlling your partner is a different thing. You just hope they make the right choice, right? And they choose to end your discomfort here. But I think it requires an explanation here too, right? Like, what about this makes you uncomfortable? Not just the fact that it's his ex, but what about their relationship makes you uncomfortable? I think the member exclusive story I recorded this morning was talking about it was like a besties of the opposite sex, but it was a bestie where the bestie didn't like the girlfriend and ran the girlfriend off so she could maintain control. And this kind of shit can happen, right? And maybe this is what the ex is doing. Maybe the ex is maintaining control here. No matter what, you have a right to issue your discomfort. You have a right to throw that red flag, right? How's our poll looking?
Poll is 86% NTA, followed by Ascon 2 with 3%.
Okay. Magic drop. You've seen people cheat using the kid as an excuse that they saw each other. Whoa.
Because people were saying if they have kids.
Oh, if they have kids. If they have kids, yeah.
Yeah, no.
I think it could be more complicated. That could definitely make it more complicated. Okay, let's go. I'm an NTA as well. If nothing else, you're expressing your discomfort, right? My boyfriend, 29 male, and I, 27 female, have been together for about 8 months now. Things are good most of the time, except he still gets dinner every single week with his ex. It's the same restaurant, same night of the week, and with just the two of them. Boop. They dated for years but broke up a while ago. He says that they've stayed close friends. I didn't love it, but I tried to be cool about it. Then I finally met her. She wasn't openly rude, but definitely had an attitude. She called me the new one and made little digs like how she got him into certain hobbies or sports he now takes me to. It didn't feel friendly. My friends who were there noticed it too. I told my boyfriend it makes me uncomfortable. I'm not asking him to cut her off, but a weekly one-on-one dinner feels like a bit much for me, especially when she clearly doesn't like me. He says I'm overreacting and that it's just a tradition. Boop. He offered to let me tag along, but I don't want to sit there getting passive-aggressively judged over dinner. Now he's upset and kind of pulling away. Am I being unreasonable here? No, you are not being unreasonable, and I think if he's pulling away after you've issued your discomfort here, you know everything you need to know.
This isn't a tradition, and if he's pulling away, then you know he, in my opinion, has feelings for her, because he's willing to give up his girlfriend and not the ex he has a weekly dinner with. In my opinion, and I could be totally wrong, but I feel like if you truly care about somebody and don't have feelings for your ex, you wouldn't be having weekly dinners. Not weekly. That's too much, right? I mean, and like that didn't. No, just no. Like, this is too much. I don't think you should have to put up with this in a relationship.
We don't get weekly dinners.
No, that's what I'm like. You can come with us, but why do you need to maintain that relationship? Why do you need to maintain it every single week? Like, in my opinion, is too much. And if you're significant, I can't see any person going into the relationship and it just being okay with it.
Yeah.
There's going to be questions no matter what.
So I think there's a complication in the beginning here, and OP said it herself, and it was similar in the story I read this morning. She tried to be okay with it, tried to be cool with it in the beginning, right? So you create this precedent, and in that phase, you kind of enable this happening.
Right.
Because you let it happen and you try to be cool with it, right? Instead of being honest about how it makes you feel right then. I think for me, it all comes down to one line. And that is, when you told him how uncomfortable you were, his first response was to tell you what? You're overreacting. Look, we may all like have that first gut reaction feeling to be like, oh, they must be overreacting. But if you feel those fucking words coming out of your face, I want you to stop and just think for a second, because your overreacting is dismissive. It is minimizing feelings, and it's fucking gaslighting. Okay. So look, your ex now couldn't even try to understand your feelings, couldn't even try to respect what you were feeling and be like, yeah, you know what, putting myself in your shoes, that would be really fucking uncomfortable. No, all he did was be like, you're overreacting. Do you want to come with? No, I don't want to be in a fucking throuple with you guys. Like, just fuck off. Stop.
Yeah, I feel like if you're prioritizing an ex over your girlfriend, you're in love with your ex. Like, I don't.
He's pulling back because he can't pull out of the first relationship.
We've got exes, and we're definitely not having dinner with them weekly, even though we have kids together. Like, there's no, you have to prioritize the couple that you're in if that's the couple you want to be in. So I feel like he's made his choice, and that would be his ex. Don't date him. It's been 8 months. Nothing's changing. Yeah.
He wants his X's and his O's, right? That's the deal. He wants both, his X's and his O's, and he can't have both. He's going to have to decide at some point, because finding someone who is willing to put up with this, right, especially when the ex is combative.
She'd have to approve of the girlfriend, and then I don't know. This is weird to me.
They're still having weekly dinners, which means I don't know. I think they're banging.
Oh, for sure.
Just going out on a limb here. I think they're having dessert every week too. What do you guys think? Are they banging? Real broad?
She
Yes,
bangs,
literally.
She bangs.
Literally.
Because it's not a restaurant, it's her apartment.
Because the hotel room, oh yeah, her apartment. They don't need a hotel room. Yeah. Are they having dessert too?
Yeah. Duh.
Yeah. Man,
I don't know.
that fucking gaslighting response, like I've read it so many times, you are overreacting, that it makes my fucking blood boil at this point. I'm like, you want to see an overreaction, motherfucker? I'll show you an overreaction. I will show up at that fucking Mexican restaurant that you're at every week. I'll be there every week too, but I'll be at the table next to you and I'll be heckling you the whole fucking.
Do you want to know? I really want to know why X and him broke up. Because that would be. Do you think she cheated?
Gut reaction here. I think she did. I think she cheated, but she wants to maintain control of him, which is why the weekly dinners. She wants her freedom, like she wants her X's and O's as well. It's the same kind of thing. They're both trying to kind of have the best of both worlds, have their cake and eat it too. It angers me.
Nom nom nom.
Nom, nom. Wow.
I'm just thinking about the peanut butter cheesecake that I had last night.
What did you get there? Oh, because we talked about dessert.
Yeah. It was so fucking good.
Again.
I told him about it too. It was bomb.
I had a couple bites. It was really good.
It was so good. It
It
was
was
like a
really
dark chocolate on the top, peanut butter cheesecake.
Do you still have that one?
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Put it in the fridge. Yeah, it was crumble. They have like the chocolate peanut butter cheesecake thing right now, and we had ordered the big one. They were out of it, so they gave us the 3 little ones.
Yeah.
So
which is perfect.
I had like 2/3 of one, and there's one left in there, and it was really really good.
Yeah, it was. I don't really like peanut butter desserts, but I love peanut butter, and this was like perfection. I was very high, but it was perfection.
Magic drop. Candy's never smiled so big. Yeah. As thinking about that cake, it hit the spot.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was good. It was really really good. Real good.
Anyways, there's my cake story.
I had
No spiciness to it. It was just a good cake.
had a peanut butter cheesecake. It was really good. It was real good.
Ooh, pretzels would be good.
Oh, that would be good in
Yeah.
there.
It had like a dark cookie crust.
That was the jam for me. I was like, it's that
The dark chocolate with the peanut butter.
That
It's
dark,
so good.
that dark chocolate cookie crust. But it also had like that little bit of solidified hot fudge, like the dollop of hot fudge on top with the crumbles on top of it. Fucking good. All right, that's an official NTA for you, OP. You've issued your discomfort. You did what you were supposed to do, and I think he showed his true colors here, which were, his true colors are French tickler. So that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. That's it. It's unfortunate, but at least you know now.
Magic drop.
Wait, Magic Drop. When is it?
Oh, yeah.
Friday. Heck yes. What cake are you having for your birthday Friday? We got to know. You've been trying to beat me into it. Happy gosh dang birthday to you. We got to do it. We got to get the happy birthday song going on here. Where are we at right now? Less than 500 to go on the TikTok side, y'all. We're looking for 500-ish bolts to get us there over the edge and unlock some spicy stories. TikTok side, YouTube side, we're still at 5 out of 10. We're looking for 5 more. Supers 5 and up to unlock a spicy story on that side as well. And it's spicy story and what? The shark head. The shark head's coming out because it's Shark Week, y'all. It's a shark theme that started Monday night, just completely unintentionally here. Magic Drop, that's awesome. Are you, do you actually get to chill on your birthday? Do you actually get to take a day and just chill out? I hope so. Here come all the bolts there. Adventures with Pam, Megan, Carol, Aunt Sue, Jamie, Ninja Blob there. Heck yes. Look at you guys go. Let me get the thanks music rocking here. We'll give some thanks. We'll get into our spicy story. In particular order here, Ninja Blob Nat in the number 1 spot at 1.2K. Carrying the load for us today. Thank you so much. Tammy Purcell White in the number 2 spot at 472. Then we got Aunt Sue, Shep, Wild Elizabeth McPherce, 62. Adventures with Pam, Ms. Helene, Elise Kutch, Jilly, 55. Candy Thunder, Mama Silver, Janice C, 2014. Notice there was no squeal after that. She was plugging her ears. She knew that was coming. TF90, Tony Spark, Donnell Curry, Urban Dreamer, Cupcake 92, Lacey Lex, and Hot Dogs and Mama B 101, Shawnee, Shadow Wolf, Trevor Lash, Callie Knight, R, Hofton, Real Broad Zuba, Grammy to 3, Celestial Tumblers, Caden Thunder, excuse me, Auntie Raise Me. Is that right? Auntie Rah is me. Auntie Raise Me? Or I don't know why I read it like that. Auntie Rah is me. As Plonda, Mary Dulce Blake, Karen Jordan, Violet Green, Anna Hansen, Sabrina Bartelli, Shell in Darkness, Jerry Lego Fourth, Just Rollin', Cass Sukin Studio, Cake the Rogue, Zoe C, M Doyle, Kath Dowd, and Diana C. Anthony. Thank you guys so much for the love. We have unlocked a spicy story. We've got a new one set up now. Caden, are you good setting up that next one? Merci beaucoup. Margarita dropping the 5 on the YouTube side for the spicy story, getting us to 6 out of 10. Just 4 away over there. Am I covered in the confetti? I'll be finding it in my drawers later on. I'm like a piñata. You'll have to just smack me a few times after the stream. It'll come like flying out. Whoop. Whoop.
Oh, a piece did fly out.
The piece did fly out. It's just sticking to me. Just sticking to me. So French. Merci beaucoup, mademoiselle. The service est compris. All right, let's go ahead and dive into spicy story, right? Spicy story number 1, Tony Spark.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're going for finger hearts now, ladies and gents. The finger heart goal is live. Going for 3K finger hearts for a cake story, confetti, and a Tony Spark appearance. It's the trifecta. Oh, it's the spicy cake mother-in-law story. Okay, it's the trifecta. All right, ladies and gents, let's rock. Let's roll. Let's get into a spicy reward story.
That's not that spicy. Oh. I thought you were saying that's not that. But now I understand. Proceed.
What? Spicy story number 1, right? Spicy number 1. Okay. All right. You good?
I was confused. I thought we were reading a spicy cake story.
Oh,
That's the one we're going to unlock.
Okay, now I understand.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a spicy story for you here. Title of this one is My Partner of Nearly 3 Years Has Never Given Me Any Reason to Believe He's Cheating. That's the title. So no poll involved. Yes, Tony Spark. Say that again. Okay, it's not technically an AITA. This comes from Threads. But is this our first Thread story?
This is the one I told you about.
Oh, Candy Thunder found this last night, and we were like, man, we got to include the, yeah, it's Candy Thunder brainchild here. Our first Thread story, y'all. My partner of nearly 3 years has never given me any reason to believe he's cheating. But today, I went into a panic when he sent me a snap that clearly wasn't meant for me. The snap. He was in our dark bedroom, shirtless, not posing or anything. You could mostly see his face, arms, and collarbones. It was close up. It was minutes after he went upstairs to shower, and I took a screenshot while trying to figure out how to react. Within moments, he came running downstairs to explain himself. He said he was talking to his coworker, supposedly about his wife not feeling well, and when he got home, he laid downstairs on the couch and we ate dinner, so he stopped replying. His coworker asked where he went, so he said, I was snoozing, and another line of text that said, how is mama feeling after nappy? He explained that she hadn't been feeling well and they were talking about it. He said he knew exactly how it looked and he wanted to clear things up because he in no way intended to hurt me or cause me anxiety. He shared that the snap was intended for his male coworker and that the mamas he was referring to were his coworker's significant other. I know that guys' relationships are weird and it's totally normal for them to talk to each other affectionately and sometimes more than they even do their partners. He told me that since he's been in relationships where his partner has cheated, he knows what it feels like and he didn't want me to experience that feeling. I know that I should believe him, but I have an anxious attachment style and I don't know how to not overthink this. He asked me if there's anything he can do to make me feel better and I do not have an answer. I want to trust him, and I know I felt more secure in myself. I want to trust him, and I know if I felt more secure in myself and our relationship right now, we'd be laughing about this. Okay. Not an update, but a couple of things to add, more details here. He works in a male-dominated industry. I have absolutely zero concern that he's cheating with a coworker. He's been at his job for 10 plus years, and his coworkers do come to him about their relationships. We're both 30, and 95% of his coworkers are younger than he is. We text for important and timely convos and snap for everything else. Blue-collar shop guys definitely smack ass and jokingly flirt. It wasn't a shower snap, but it was shirtless. Do you want to dive into top comments now, or do you want to discuss this for a second, Tater? All right. First top comment here, and then we'll discuss for a second. If it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and sends suggestive snaps that it literally runs downstairs to explain. ... Okay. What do y'all think? Tater, what do you think? Look, like I can picture the scene and like the sound effect of him running down the stairs as fast as
I mean,
it's not what you think, it's not what you think, it's not what you think.
I would need to see the conversation. I would need to see something to make sure that your story was not just made up on the fly. But
right,
I think the quickness to defend and like overly explain makes me uncomfortable.
I mean, let's run the other direction for a second and say it is completely benign, right? Let's say it's completely innocent and it is exactly what he says it is. How would he react if it were innocent? I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I think he's. I think
that he would
up.
just send another immediate snap that's like, oh, I meant to send that to my friend. And you wouldn't over explain. You wouldn't like run downstairs to, I don't know. It just, I would need to see the chat. I'd have to see the chat. I have to see that you guys were conversing. I would need to see it, but I feel it looks sus, like super sus.
Yeah.
To me, in my opinion, it feels very much like a duck, which is also now how we refer to cheating. It's a duck. Fuck, it's a duck.
Oh,
it's weird.
If it quacks like a duck, you're getting fucked. It doesn't look good, and I do agree. A lot of chat here is like, let me see your phone.
And so I did see that on the thread, and people were saying, someone was like, no, that's an invasion of privacy, that you have no right to see your partner's phone. And
if he wants to clear himself, then
I mean, if you
clear yourself.
If your partner sends you a snap that suggests that he might be cheating, I feel like he would want to clear the air. If he has nothing to hide, then how is it? Like, what are you trying to hide? I don't understand.
Also, for the commenter who's like, that's a complete invasion of privacy, what are you hiding?
Yeah. What you got on your phone?
Hiding?
What you got on your phone, girl?
What you got? What you got? I don't
have anything private on my phone.
Same.
Like you want to check it out? Check it out. I don't care.
I hand her my phone all the time, and I pick up her phone all the time. We have like the fingerprint access to each other's phones. It's I don't know. It's just not. I think we want to give each other that level of comfort and security to know that there's nothing ever being hidden and it's all an open book. In this case, I feel like if he wants to clear his name as badly as he's acting like he wants to, that's what he should do. If not, like open it up, and he doesn't have to hand it over, but like go through all the conversations on Snap right then and make sure like he's clearing himself, that at least it shows that he did send a snap to his buddy, or they had a pre-existing conversation and the pre-existing conversation is what he said it is, right? Or the times at least line up,
right? Because
the Snap conversations go away, right? But you can at least see that a message was sent.
Okay, right? So question for you guys that use Snapchat, or maybe 30-year-old guys that use Snapchat. Would you send a picture of yourself shirtless to your friend? Like, is that a big deal? I don't know. I don't use Snapchat, so I'm not really sure how to go about it.
Like dudes can get weird in how they converse, right? Like, I was thinking about this, and
would you say that though in a shirtless pic? Like that to me is like, it's suggestive. You're checking on your
maybe.
Caden, would you do that?
Caden Thunder says all of my friends would do that.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah, I know your friends.
Guy friends can be weird in how they communicate. I was reading this and I was thinking, like, is this something that guy friends would have conversationally with each other? And then I thought about how Smoots and I talk. And Smoots and I.
Do you guys send shirtless pictures?
No,
to
we
each
don't
other?
send shirtless pictures to each other, but but there are some weird conversations.
Should I be concerned?
Maybe. You could read them, but I mean, like, we're weird and we. Yeah, it's mostly chit videos right now. Yeah. But I will also tell my guy friends that I love them. I'm like, hey man, I love you, brother. And it's, yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know, the whole nappy word kind of has me in here, but that could just be their lingo.
Awesome.
And if they had talked about his wife and if he uses the term nappy, that could come in there too. So I don't know.
Yeah, someone said, side note, do you read her girls chat and vice versa?
Are you talking to us?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was us or OP, but for us, he can read any chat anywhere on my phone. I don't care.
Like I don't.
I would stay away from the Tony Spark chat, but other than that, just kidding.
I don't like pick it up and regularly audit it because I don't need to. No, I don't have a periodic audit because I don't feel like I need to. But I have the access if I ever need to, right? And same for Candy Thunder. Like if she ever needs to go through my phone, she's got it. She can do it anytime she needs to. If she gets to the point where she feels like she needs to, I've done something wrong. And not providing her the security and the reassurance that like she is safe with me, right? That's my take on it. Hey, God's Blessed Wonder Woman member for 3 months said, no, this is weird. He's tripping over himself. Yeah, the panic is something there. Let's dive into the rest of the top comments and then we'll revisit it. Yeah, the freaking running down the stairs is there is one more top comment here. How is Mama's feeling after nappy? He was 100% sending that text to a female who told him she wasn't feeling well and was going to take a nap. Come on now. Why would he send his coworker a shirtless pic? And why would he care how his coworker's spouse is feeling? It's silly to think that he's that invested in the health of his coworker's wife. He's cheating, girly. I know it's hard to wrap your head around because I've been there before. Excuse I had an involuntary belch in the middle of that sentence, y'all. I'm sorry. Candy Thunder had to duck for cover. She's like, okay. Sorry. I know it's hard to wrap your head around because I've been here before, but be smart. His frantic actions were also 1,000% guilty. Okay. So after that comment, you agree with this? I glitched. I did. I glitched. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I mean, I'm with the first comment. If it quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. I don't know. But I feel like, I don't know. There's so many sides of the story. If he had just shown the phone and been like, hey, this is what we were talking about. Done.
Yeah,
it's
that's
over.
all it took.
It's over. And you've completely solidified that you were not doing anything inappropriate. But that how's mama feeling after nappy is like, that's what a man would say to a girl, in my opinion. Not to the, I don't know. I don't know.
It's possible. But look, it's possible that everything is completely innocent here, but his behavior is not painting it that way.
So
He's not helping himself.
I'm a 70-30 split. I think 70% cheating, 30% maybe it's okay.
Could be. Look, and if he's been, like, if he has a relationship with his coworkers where he does, like, he is invested in their personal lives and they come to him for advice about a lot of things, he might be genuinely concerned about his coworker's wife, especially if the coworker brought it up, right? It may be like, hey, I'm just making sure we're checking that box, and then we'll move forward to the other conversation we were having. It's possible. It is possible. I don't know. I just don't know.
I would feel the way about it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I would feel, but I'd feel a certain way.
But it should be easy to dispel, and that's the problem, is that it should be easy to prove his innocence, and he didn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, there was also part of that thread that was like, why is he calling him mama? Why is he calling a coworker's wife like mama? And I think she said that they refer to, like, in his area, women as like mama. in a way, something like that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
And nappy, like the nappy thing. Yeah. Who knows? But I think you have every right to feel discomfort here and to not trust it. And I think the onus is on him to clear himself and to restore the comfort that you have. Now, yes, there's the whole privacy thing. There's the whole, like, you shouldn't have to hand your phone over. I understand, but he understands how it looks. That's why he fucking ran downstairs. So either he's really guilty or he really gets it and should be willing to do anything that needs to be done to restore confidence here. And that's it. You're blowing up again here. No, it's Ava this time. All right. Magic drop. One of my daughter's friends got flirty with Kathy once. He never did that again. Yeah, that wouldn't be okay. That wouldn't be okay. New shirt. It's a duck. Margarita. Yeah, there you go. Get ducked. My gosh. Taylor, yeah, this guy's making me gag too. It's possible because guys do, especially if they're really close, like they could talk really weird together and have their own inside jokes and have all the things. But again, he understands the discomfort, or he really did it. Either way, he should be willing to do what needs to be done here. Okay, we'll dive into our next story here. We're at 6 out of 10 YouTube side, and I know we have a little ways to go on the TikTok side. Where are we at on that, Tony Spark? 980 out of 3K. We got a little ways to go. And as a reminder, TikTok side, you are now going to unlock Cake Story Confetti and a Tony Spark appearance. The Cake Story is the spicy mother-in-law cake story. So we've got some work to do there. And YouTube, we're 4 away from Sharkhead and Spicy Story there too. Is everything okay? Okay, just making sure. All right, we'll dive back to our regularly scheduled stories here. We've got a story for you here. Before we do that, let me get a little bit of a music interlude and get some catch-up thanks here. Fell Hermit Fairy, OP, throw that boy away. He's sus. That's understandable. I think it's at least worth more conversation, right?
Yes.
Aunt Sue, Anna Maria Ortiz, Lacey Lax, Kitten is caught up on the finger hearts here. Amanda also, thank you so much for the finger hearts there. Natalie Ford, Sam Gilmore, Elizabeth, the Thunder Taker. Is that your handle now, Caden? Could be. He's the Thunder Taker. Michaela with a go popular. Thank you so much for the love. Linda with the heart me. Thank you guys. Greatly appreciate it. We're going to rock and roll. How old was that story on Threads? How old was the Thread story? Yesterday. Maybe. She found it yesterday. Amanda League dropping the 224. Hell yeah. Shanna dropping the 22. Elise, J-No, and Stephanie B. Thank you so much for the love. Hey, Effie. Is that how you say it? Effie? I probably don't have to do the inflection there on the end. Effie, with the follow. Thank you so much for following. Karen Shaper Cutter, thank you. Kathy Joe, it's given that kid who yells at his mom about the computer virus and he deleted it. Entirely possible. 2 days ago. All right, here's our next story, ladies and gentlemen. Am I the astronaut for returning my husband's energy? No other explanation in title. Shall we do a poll for this? Am I the astronaut for returning my husband's energy? I don't know what that means.
That means he was being a dick.
Maybe.
So she deserved it back.
Maybe. Wayward Days dropping the 5. Said about to commute home. Still going to listen and react, just not type. Thank you so much for the love. Greatly appreciate that. We're at 7 of 10. Just a few more to go here. Am I the astronaut for returning my husband's energy? What do you think here? Mirroring, right? Speaking the same language, which is dangerous, right? Which can be tit for tat, which can be engaging in battle. It can be a lot of things, but if that's what he's giving, you have every right to give it back, right? But then it comes down to what's your goal here? Yeah, you have every right to dish it back to him. But if your goal is to resolve this and to move on, that's probably not what you want to do. But you have every right to. Ninja Blob says, he's been lazy, so she's been lazy. Entirely possible. Returning energy.
Sometimes people don't understand until they're in it themselves.
That's true. Sometimes people don't understand until they're in it themselves. It is true. River, say it with me, Smalls. Never. Shep, Honda Gal, thank you so much for the love. Aunt Sue, see you there too. Do it, lady. Yeah. Do it, lady. Magic drop, if you're returning it, has to be equal, not more so. Yeah. And that's tough to do, isn't it? Ain't it? Sammy, I think if she gives sass, then... I think if he gives sass, then she will give sass. That's how I'm taking it here, too. Hey, Totally Radical! Dropping the fives. That happy Wednesday, everybody. It's super hot here in Texas. Hey, we hear you. It is, 95, 96-ish? Yeah. Right here, right now. Heat index is definitely over 100. It is not kind outside, that's for sure. Yeah, I think you guys always get it hotter than we do, so you got to be frying down there. Absolutely frying. Thank you so much for the love. Appreciate it. Itachi, thank you so much. Says, I really appreciate you and your crew. Your lives are a wonderful body double for me. Heck yeah. Freaking love it. Where was the poll looking here? Tater Thunder punching in with results.
71% went NTA, followed by 21% at ESH.
Okay. Cinderella with a shotgun says, dropping the 5 super, by the way, getting us one closer, calling it now, weaponized incompetence. Absolutely could be. Let's dive in and find out. For many years, my husband would come home from work and start complaining the moment we walked through the door. My wife isn't dressed up. Dinner isn't ready. Come serve me.
What? NTA. NTA.
I was a stay-at-home mom with 2 kids, 2 and under. I tried to keep our common areas decent. I made dinner every night and washed dishes every night. My husband was coming home around 7 p.m. for work, so the days of solo parenting were long. Just very strict gender roles. It was a box I felt I was pushed into when what I really wanted was a husband who came home, realized that I was working all day too, and jumped into the action. I've communicated all of this to him, but he always is asking for me to do more when I actually feel as though I can't manage so much and I need him to contribute more at home. My husband has been unemployed for three weeks and I'm starting to go to the clinic for school full time. Dinner isn't ready when I get home. It isn't even ready before I go to bed because I have to wake up at 5 a.m. and I go to bed at 9 p.m. He's still not doing the kids' laundry. I do that. I still have to clean up leftover dishes from the dinners I didn't eat. He's not cooking. His mom is living with us right now, so she is. The kids just don't cling to him like they do to me, so he really has stay-at-home parenting on easy mode. Last night, our 10-month-old had some sniffles and wasn't going to sleep easily. After I finished breastfeeding our son, I told my husband that I was going to go to another room to sleep because I had to work. He pulled the I have to work card countless times to tap out of the hard parts of parenting. I was the one who stayed up whenever the kids weren't going to sleep or sick or got hungry in the middle of the night. All night, my son was crying. I tried to just leave him alone and give him the space to learn. After a while, I tried to intervene, and my husband was so angry at me that he just pushed me away and told me not to be around them. Excuse me? Clearly, he was struggling with a sleepless night with a sick baby, but all I can think is that it's a quintessential parenting experience that he would have otherwise missed out on, and I helped him have at least a bit more of an authentic stay-at-home parent experience. In all honesty, I feel like he doesn't understand my struggles and always asks for more, or is unhappy with me, so maybe experiencing a taste of what I've gone through for the past 2.5 years would help him see things from my perspective. This probably isn't going to help us, though. That's the end, so we don't really have like a, how did this experiment end up? Maybe we'll get an update on this sometime, but the question is, am I the astronaut for returning my husband's energy? That
man is messy. Like, he's just, I don't know. What's the point? Like, I don't know. I mean, it seems to me like he just treats his wife like a servant. I mean, what's the point?
What's the point of what?
The relationship. Like, why is he, I don't know.
So I think you might have touched something here. Which, by the way, Michelle Standiford dropping the 5 said, come at me with sass or attitude, then prepare to get it back in return. Hit our 10 out of 10 on the YouTube side. I've unlocked another spicy story. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. I think you maybe unintentionally hit the nail on the head here, because I feel like what he is really experiencing here, and yes, he was a dick. Of course he was a dick. Of course he shouldn't have
100%.
done the things he did, but he was in this mode of, I am man, you are woman, I am husband, you are wife, I am father, you are mother. You're buzzing through the microphone
For
again.
fuck's sake.
You wanna
Yeah.
do not disturb that?
I know, I just always forget to turn it off.
Okay,
Okay.
Tony Spark found a comment that he's going to add to give us a little bit of an update, but I think here's where I'm trying to get with this. He was relishing his very strict gender role, and now all of that has been ripped away from him. He is feeling emasculated right now because he is unemployed. He is the stay-at-home parent. He is powerless. He is in over his head. He had to have his mommy come help. He is failing at everything in life right now. So he is an open wound right now, which means he's going to be raw, right? Yes, he deserves every fucking second of this. But I don't know that you're going to get the learning experience that you want to get out of this because he's so raw anyway, right? Yes, it would be great if he was open to learning and having this experience and changing his mindset and not being a dick. That would be great. I'm just saying it's going to be even more difficult right now because he is also experiencing emasculated failure.
But I mean, why not step the fuck up and do your job as a parent? Takes two to make kids, and he's there raising them. Step the fuck up.
That's what he should
and
do.
excel in the role that you've been given at this point. You are now providing for the kids that you made, but he sees, in my opinion, he sees that as beneath him. He sees that as
Yes.
a woman's job.
Yes.
And I would love to know why the mother-in-law is living there.
It's because
Because it kind of seems like it's because
she's enabling, right?
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, I 100% think his mom has raised him to be
Yes.
this baby of a man who women should serve, and he is better than women because he is a man.
Which means his frustration is doubled down because he's failed and emasculated, and now just the fact that he has to be the
Yeah.
stay-at-home parent is just driving him in fucking insane.
I do agree that this won't work, but I think it won't work because his life view is so ingrained in him as a person that he will never believe anything coming from his wife, because obviously his wife is beneath him. So why would he take criticism, or why would he listen to what his wife is telling him?
Yeah. No, I do
That's
agree.
the vibe that this guy is giving me. My
I
wife isn't
agree.
dressed up. She's not wearing a dress
Yep.
for the dinner when I come home. Like, fuck you, dude. Being a stay-at-home parent is fucking hard.
Well, and now he's
you're-
on the other end of that.
Yeah, and you suck at it.
Yeah.
So
Which doubles down on everything. And I would say there may be the slightest shred of possibility that this could maybe work and teach him something, and you could experience like the greatest turnaround ever. Except his fucking mommy's there. The person
Cooking
who
the food.
trained him, the
Yeah.
person who enabled this behavior his whole fucking
Yeah.
life and made him the way that he is, made him the dickhead that he is there, continuing to enable him
Right.
and help him through this really hard time for him. So OP, as she finishes, breastfeeding her child, Mommy Dearest finishes breastfeeding him.
So
It's
we read a story similar to this on Monday, but I feel like the dad, the partner, like saw the change, saw the understanding immediately. Like he knew what he was
stepped up.
Like he knew what he was doing. He saw the error of his ways. So for me, that to see it like that quickly, there is hope for change, whether they stay with it or not. But this guy is not giving that. This guy is doubling down. He's telling his wife, who offered to help to get away from him and leave them be, I would not be leaving my child with someone who was acting like that towards me, because that would be that crosses a boundary fucking hard
That's
for
a
me.
kicker for me too. Yeah, like leaving the kid here, I don't know that I'd be comfortable with. What's up, Tony
100%.
Spark? Oh,
Okay.
Okay. Here's the comment. Let's go find it. Story 3 comments. Okay. Well, we've got some comments to dive into here. Here are the comments for this story. You know, before the kids, we had a lovely little dynamic going on while I went to school and he worked. We both cooked and cleaned. Everything was easier when the responsibilities were less. Even for the first 40 days postpartum, my husband did an amazing job stepping up and taking care of all the household chores so I could focus on healing and caring for the baby. My mother-in-law enforced this policy on all of her sons.
Interesting.
Huh.
We were
Okay.
wrong.
I didn't work for the first year of my son's life, and we fell into that very traditional dynamic. He grew up seeing his mom do everything for his dad. And before marriage, we had spoken about this, and I expressed that I wanted a more egalitarian relationship. Just so much changed after having kids, and trust me, I was complaining along the way as my workload just kept piling and piling. I just think maybe he can't fathom how it's so hard for me to do it all when his mom could. But yeah, I've been sticking this out because I have hope that we can improve our relationship, right? Ideally, we'd work through our issues and keep our family whole. I've seen a really big improvement after my mom spoke to him. We're just not where we need to be still, and I feel that time is running out because I'm seeing the stress it puts on my oldest especially. It's affecting the kids. In response to someone saying divorce, unfortunately, I think that's what it's coming down to. He isn't open to marriage counseling, but I'm going to try a little longer to convince him to at least go and see a counselor. I don't want to be the parents that bicker and fight all the time and traumatize their kids. I've already seen it starting to affect our 2.5-year-old, and I've got to draw the line. Of course, I want my kids to grow into kind, caring, responsible adults. If I stay married, I can remain doing 90% of the child care and have the most influence. They see their dad come home from work, go to the park with him, have dinner, and go to bed. And anytime he says or does something out of pocket, I'm there to defend them. If I go, then he might get 50% custody. He'd have to step up his parenting or outsource to another woman, and I don't get to see what's happening with my kids. Okay, it sounds like the primary driver for you wanting to stay right now is for your kids. And I can tell you that's not going to work.
Yeah, her primary driver for leaving is her kids, and her primary driver for staying is her kids, because she said she sees the effect that it's having on them, but she also knows that she's going to be losing time with her kids if she leaves.
It's got to be.
That's a rock and a hard place.
Look, like your kids, like you would do anything. You would move mountains. You would traverse the universe for your kids, right? But a relationship cannot work just for the kids.
Nope.
It can't. If nothing else, what you do teaches them that they should settle and that they're not worth love and respect later on in life. And you have to think about that part of it too. Yes, you want to be there to defend them. You also want to teach them right now what choices to make later on when they're in this position. This is tough. Right now, he's already outsourcing, the work he has to do to another woman. It's just his mommy.
I also think it's important to make sure that we say that we were wrong about mother-in-law. The wife said she raised them to be supportive
Yes,
husbands. And
we were wrong.
he, at some point, raising a child is hard. There is no shame in saying that, and it has taken a toll on their relationship, and taken a toll on husband, it seems. And he's unwilling to go to therapy. That's the part. For me, that's the part. If you want a healthy relationship and your wife is offering to stay, even though she doesn't have to, and says we should go to therapy, and he's 100% against it, to me, that says you're unwilling to change. You're unwilling to see the error of your ways because you don't want them pointed out to you, because you don't want to see them. And so at that point, you're just choosing to stay in the toxicity that their relationship has become. So for me, this would be, I don't know. And she's not wrong about I get to do 90% if I stay married, but I still don't think it's worth it to stay married, because I think your kids are going to suffer more because of it.
So there's one thing that we haven't really addressed yet, and that is, well, before I get into that, yes, we were wrong about mother-in-law, like creating him to be the man that he is. However, the model that they gave him and what he saw growing up, it's the generational model, right? He saw her be a trad wife, essentially, and that was the generational model that he had, and he can't fathom how it's too much for you because his mommy could do it, right? So there's that, but she's there now, but what is she doing if she's there now? Is she continuing to try to get him to be supportive and to be the man that she raised him to be,
Good point.
or allowing him to be the way that he is being to you right now, which is definitely not okay. So she could still be enabling here. We don't know what's happening while she's there right now. The other part of it is this. She's still breastfeeding. How old was their youngest
Yeah, I
kid?
was going to say she could. It's not always 50-50. And maybe this man doesn't even want 50-50.
That's not where I was going with it. I was going with if they've got a child young enough to be breastfeeding, they could very well still be in that phase of life where you are a fucking zombie. Where when you have a newborn, right? When you have a baby, you get to this phase where like you're hanging on your last thread all the time. You're a shell of yourself. Like you're operating, you're a raw fucking exposed nerve. And you are not yourself in that time. And maybe they're in that time where they're not themselves. And I don't think anybody should make decisions about ending their marriage during that time, because you are not yourself. You are feeling everything amplified like exponentially, and you do come out of it. But yeah, not being willing to work on it and get better is definitely a red flag. But it's also, especially during that time, would be really fucking hard to hear your partner tell you need to go to therapy, right? When you're already just like, it would be really, really hard. Not excusing anything he's done. I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's not looking good, but there are a lot of factors that pour into that. And I think identifying those factors first and then seeing which ones are the largest contributors may give you a little bit of a deeper insight and ability to help and come out of the darkness here. It's possible. Not looking good, but it's possible here.
Yeah, but he has to want help. He has to want to help himself. And at this point, he's done nothing to show that he wants
That's true.
to help. So there can be a multitude of reasons for your actions, but at the end of the day, this man is still responsible
Agreed.
for the actions he has committed. And he is in no way, shape, or form trying to step up and stay married. He just is expecting.
mad.
He's just angry and expecting his wife to pick up the slack because it's hard for him. Fuck yeah, it's hard, dude. Why do you think your wife was so fucking tired? Like, and to not recognize that, to not see that, to not even understand that and say, you know what, we do need to go to therapy because I do want this to work. I mean, like, I get it, but he still has to take responsibility.
Agreed.
And for me, he is not doing that.
Yeah.
He's just putting it on his wife to handle.
I agree. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one here. I do, just final parting thought on this. I think that, if I were in that situation where I couldn't, fulfill that fatherly husband role, and I flipped to being like the main stay-at-home parent, I feel like I would run even harder at it because of the lacking that I would feel from not having that in the first place, right? Watch your mic. All right, we did hit the goal on the YouTube side. Let me start another goal here. We have Sharkhead and a spicy story to deliver on the YouTube side here. The next one we're going to do.
Hey, I just a reminder, please do not say next if you want another story. It's rude and 100% not okay. So if you want to check out of the live, check out of the live. But when we get to the next story, we'll get to the next story.
Well said, Tater Thunder. This ain't a jukebox. I am not. I'm not a puppet. It ain't like that. Okay, we hit the TikTok goal as well. All right, we got to read through that too. You guys are knocking it out of the park here. We're unlocking. Let's rock and roll. Hey, in the number one spot here for hitting the finger heart goal on the TikTok side, in the number one spot, Sam Goofballs at 6.2K. Swinging the big stick around. Thank you so much. In the number two spot at Ninja Blob Nat, we got 1.3K. Heck yeah. J-Puff 415 in the number three spot, 1K. Look at you guys go. Haunting Gal in the number four spot at 980. Then we got Books Coffee Tea, Aunt Sue, Shep, Sabrina Janine, Anise Moon, Shawnee, Adventures with Pam, Mama Silver, Lacey Lex, Cupcake. We've got Anthea Holmes, Yvette B01, Elise Coach, Pixie Dust, and Haraxen, Call Me Sonika. Is it Sonika or Sonica? Caden Thunder, Mickey M, Tony Spark, Melcy Jane, Amanda Catherine, Nat 4, Jilly 55, Real Broad Zuba, Andrea Gen X, Anna, Colorado Cat, Anna Hansen, Shadow Wolf, Unorganized Mum, Violet Green, Irish Lena, Jerry Lee Go Forth, and Lexi Flames. Thank you guys so much for the love. Greatly appreciate that. We'll get the next one set up over there. Elise, not a jukebox. I'm a radio DJ. Sometimes the best part is the talk between the songs. There you go. It's all talk here. It's all talk. Okay. TikTok side. You've unlocked the cake story, confetti, and a Tony Spark appearance. So we have a shark head spicy story, cake story, confetti, and Tony Spark appearance to deliver for you here. We'll figure out what order we're doing that in here shortly. Spicy story. Okay. Spicy story, cake story, Tony Spark, shark head. Cool. All right, we'll rock and roll with that. In the meantime, TikTok, we are going to unlock for the next goal a double petty revenge story. 2 stories. You're going to unlock 2 stories with this one. Double petty revenge stories and a Caden Thunder appearance. Holy cow. Holy cow. Caden Thunder, you good setting up the next one? You already do it. He already done did it. Look at him. It's Paper Cranes. Paper Crane. Just Mags, member for 7 months of the Gosh Heck and Thunder Crew, said if someone said next while I was reading stories, I would make sure to take an extra long time before reading the next one.
Sounds like a perfect time for a Navy.
Here. Do you have a Navy story?
I have the story of the hamburger quesadilla.
Oh, yes. Please tell us the story of the hamburger quesadilla.
Because, well, they're setting this next one up. So Navy for lunch, I told Ava we can make quesadillas, and Navy said, I really want a hamburger quesadilla. And I'm like, I don't know what that is, and I don't have the things to make the hamburger quesadilla. And she's like, it's just cheese and butter. And I'm like, okay, so just a quesadilla. Got it. And so we go to make it. I make it. It's perfect quesadilla, perfectly toasted, perfectly brown. And she sees it on her plates, and she immediately starts bawling and screaming, that's not a hamburger quesadilla. And I'm like, it gave me like whiplash because I'm like, I nailed that. I got that. Cranked it out in 2 minutes. And she freaks out, runs to her room, telling us that this is not a hamburger quesadilla. And I told her if she wanted to come back and communicate what she wanted instead of yelling and crying about it, that we could figure out what she wanted. So she slammed her bedroom door. She's 4. And so Ava, who's more understanding than I am, goes to her room, and she comes back, and Ava is just like almost in tears laughing. And she's like, she meant a grilled cheese sandwich. And just so you know, there's a difference between a grilled cheese and a grilled cheese sandwich, because if you don't say grilled cheese sandwich, she just starts bawling again. So she said the buns, or like the bread was the buns of a hamburger. She just found out what a hamburger was like over the weekend. And so the buns,
this clearly doesn't have it fully figured out yet.
the bread was the buns, and she knows that you use butter to toast it, and the cheese is the meat in the middle. So it is a hamburger quesadilla. And I was like, the fuck? She's still in her room, by the way. This was 15 minutes of meltdown in her room because she got a quesadilla instead of a hamburger quesadilla.
Which meant grilled cheese sandwich.
And I'm still not placating her because I'm not that. I need her to calm down and come back to the situation so that we can work through this. So I told her I was leaving, and she comes busting out of her room, and she's like, I just need a big hug. And I'm like, I get it, girl. Me too. And so I gave her a huge hug, and then she explained why she believes a grilled cheese is a hamburger quesadilla. And I was like, okay, all right, I get it. Hamburger quesadilla is a grilled cheese, but I had to leave to come here. And so Ava made her hamburger quesadilla. But I was like, what just happened?
Like,
I was not prepared for this.
Am I being punked?
Yeah.
Like what is happening here? Look, like I appreciate that she has a vivid imagination, but kid, we can't take you out to a restaurant and let you try to order a fucking hamburger quesadilla, meaning a grilled cheese, because the rest of the world isn't going to accept that that means what you say it means. You can't just decide that a title means something else and expect the rest of the world to just accept it. It's not going to work like that.
I do love, I love toddler meltdowns post-meltdown when you're just laughing about how fucking crazy it is that this didn't go according to plan. So I was thinking the cheeseburger quesadilla burger from like Applebee's like way back in the day. And I was like, well, I mean, I don't think I can make that right now. Like, I don't have the things. But
like, damn, this is uncharacteristic for you, Navy.
She said, I want a hamburger quesadilla with no burger. And I was like, come again?
So just a cheese quesadilla.
And then she explained what the ingredients were. She saw me get out the tortilla shell. She watched me do it. And then she's like, when it was on her plate and presented to her, she was like, no.
Send this back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
color for the whiplash, yeah.
100%.
Well,
she set me up for failure.
When
That's
she burst
right.
out of her room and said, I just need a big hug, I'd be like, do you really mean a big hug? Or does a big hug mean something else now, too?
She released her emotions, so I know she needed a big hug
Yes.
because that's who she is.
She is really good about, like, when something like that goes down early on, like, you really taught her to go feel what she needed to feel and then come back when she was ready to talk about it or to move on from it. And she still does that. She still does a really good job of
I
that.
think she was, and I do believe it was her regulating a bunch of emotions because she was very upset that you had already left for work. She is out of school, so she doesn't get her daddy in the mornings, and so she was very...
It's been a couple days, too.
Her routine is completely thrown off. So I do know that multiple things went into the cheeseburger quesadilla meltdown. But so I was trying to be, but I also need her to be responsible for what she did.
Oh, my God.
She let you do all the work before requesting the manager.
Yes. She let you do all the work before requesting the manager,
Yeah.
which was Ava, 100%. 100%.
Ava is totally the manager.
So
Ava is the manager that will comp your ticket, get you a dessert for free.
yeah. Ava's the manager that will put you out of business. Like, put your restaurant out of business.
Ava said she understood what it meant, and I was like, don't say that in front of her.
Yeah. Okay. She's going to have a translator walk around with her for the rest of her life and be like, I want that pickle, which means like slice of pizza. Like, it's not going to work like that. It's just not going to work like that. It doesn't work like that. So real quick, the normal routine is that I'm either up or I wake her up and I start getting like her acclimated and her process started to get ready for school. Or if she doesn't have school that day, she typically will wake up while I'm getting ready before I leave. Like she comes in the bathroom and finds me and sits on her little fold out couch thing and chills for a little bit. But the past at least 2 days, I've been gone before she wakes up. And I wondered how,
100%. She's a daddy's girl, and it has.
that hurts my heart.
Yeah, it hit her hard. And I was like, oh.
Well, tomorrow's a daddy day.
I know. That's what we talked about.
Tomorrow's daddy day, so I'll be there for it.
Good luck.
It hurts my heart.
May
Okay.
God's be ever in your favor.
Yeah, thanks. Spicy story is up next, right? Hey, wow. We got a lot of stories to deliver here. Let's rock and roll. All right, it is time for another spicy story. This one goes like this. I set my clothes on fire because my boyfriend doesn't love me.
What?
Navy Thunder has traveled to the future and written a story. I'm kidding. She would never. Fire means something different. Oh, this is a follower submission. Cool. Okay. OP, if you happen to be in chat and you want to claim your story, you know what to do. If you want to just kick back and watch the world burn, you can do that as well. Title was, I set my clothes on fire because my boyfriend doesn't love me. I'm not sure where I stand with him right now. This was last week, and I am a mess. I know the title sounds crazy, and it is, but please let me explain things. Backstory, I, 22 female, have been in a 3-year relationship with my boyfriend, Bradley, 24 male, fake name. When Bradley and I first got together, it was amazing. We met at work, and he was the sweetest guy. He seemed really genuine, which was a lot different than the usual type of guys I would date, so we started going out. Things stayed pretty good for the first year, but soon after that is when we started experiencing some problems. Our intimacy went down the drain, basically. My love language is physical touch, so it means a lot to me, and he just suddenly withdrew. He doesn't want to cuddle, barely kissed me, and we barely did anything at all. Anything! It was so sudden and out of character when compared to the great year we just had, so I was super thrown off. As this went on, things between us got more and more tense, but we kind of just grew into this weird dynamic where I got really upset and insecure about his coldness, and he got really frustrated with me. I would constantly ask him questions about if he still found me attractive, if he loved me, and why wasn't he interested in me. He would always say the same thing, I am interested in you, or else I wouldn't be dating you. I just want space. This would drive me crazy. I don't know how many fights and arguments we had that started from that sentence, but it happened a lot. And yet we didn't break up. And it's been like this for 2 years.
Oh my.
because part of me truly does love him, and I think he loves me. We do have our good moments, but there were also so many fights and a complete lack of communication from him. The past few months, things have really started to get to me again. I go through periods where I can push it to the side, ignore it, but the issue always comes creeping back up. So I started trying to be extra flirty. I'd try and kiss him, send him pictures throughout the day, anything I could do to try to find that spark between us. The guy barely even wanted to give me a peck on the lips in public. I talked to my girlfriends about it, and they took me shopping for some steamy outfits to try on and look super hot for him. So I spent about $300 on a shopping spree getting all these hot clothes and outfits, both to hopefully make him attracted to me again and to feel better about myself, because all of this has really taken a toll on my self-image and mental health. I ended up sending him a whole bunch of pictures in my outfits in a try-on haul type of way, hoping I'd get a good response. He didn't really respond to the pictures usually, or would just brush them off. But I really thought I upped the game here. His response? I really wish you'd stop sending me these slutty fucking pictures. I don't want to see you or your underwear. I don't need any of that.
Oh my.
I was already feeling pretty intensely emotional that day, and that sent me over the edge. I crashed out, I admit it. I got so damn pissed, I piled up some of the new clothes I had bought and some of his shitty t-shirts and hoodies he had left at my house, got some lighter fluid, and set it all on fire in my backyard. Middle of the day, burning hundreds of dollars of clothing away. I admit it, it was a lot, but his comment just pushed me too far. I recorded videos and took pics of the burning clothes and sent it to him saying, "Guess you won't have to see it anymore then, motherfucker." He lost it on me. He called me and started screaming at me over the phone about how, "I'm at work. Why are you setting my clothes on fire? Why are you setting your clothes on fire? This is why you're a crazy bitch and no one wants to touch you." And how I'm completely fucking psychotic. He left a pretty expensive pair of Jordans at my place too. So I threw those in the fire because I was completely fuming and sent him one final picture of his stupid shoes burning up since he loves them so much. I hosed off the charred clothes, bagged them up, drove to his house while he was still at work, and dumped everything out on his doorstep. He has a Ring doorbell, so as this was happening, he was continuously calling me and messaging me, bitching at me about how it's a rental, and I'm embarrassing him, and his neighbors will think I'm a psycho. But I was just ignoring him at this point. I ended up answering once and telling him to go fuck himself and burn like all of our clothes, and then blocked him. It's been almost a week, and I haven't heard from him since that day. I'm not sure if we're broken up or not, but I unblocked him the next day and still haven't heard anything. So yeah, my reaction was intense, but can you blame me after the toxic 2 years he's put us through? Is there any making it through this for us? Or are things too far gone now? I'm just wondering, I don't know what to do. If I did too much, or if I was justified, and my girlfriends kind of just avoid the subject and act like I may be crashing out too much. Am I the astronaut here?
Babe, it's over.
No, babe.
100%. This is done. This should have been done at the end of year one when he pulled away and you kept pushing what you needed aside. So every time you did that, you built up resentment and resentment and resentment to this person that you thought that you loved. And you saw what happened when all that resentment came spilling out of you and you lit shit on fire, literally. So, you're 22 and I hope that this taught you about the relationship that you shouldn't be in and that we all have different love languages and it's our job as a partner, if we choose to be in a relationship, to show up for the person that we love, in a way that we show up to show them that we love, but also in the way that they need love. And he did not do that for you. So I know how you got to where you got. That's not healthy though. So I feel like if someone can push you that far, that's not it. That's just toxic to yourself and to each other.
Yeah, I all of that. If somebody ever makes you feel like like there's a high likelihood that you're going to go Daenerys Targaryen, like literally scorched fucking earth, that's not a healthy relationship to be in. You guys had a healthy relationship. Something shifted and changed in him. Who knows?
Right.
Who knows what that was? It doesn't matter. Your relationship effectively ended right then. You've been dying a slow death since then.
Right.
And now the most concerning part is that you're like, is there any making it through for us? Like,
That's the most concerning part of all of this.
why would you want to subject yourself to that again? You saw what it did to you. Like Candy Thunder said, you know this pain. You know that stove is not just hot. It's like bonfire of expensive clothing hot. So let's
Jordan's on fire hot.
That's right. Let's you don't want to be in a situation where there's a high likelihood of you ending up back in that space.
Yeah, Mother Trucker, don't let feelings turn into felonies. 100%. 100%. If someone can make you do this, and you snapped, you crashed out, all the things. If someone drove you to this and you allowed that someone to drive you there, like you're in the car too. You allowed this to go on, even though you knew it wasn't right, even though you knew that you weren't fulfilled in this relationship. And why do that to yourself when you know it's not working, when you know it's not right, especially when you're so young and you could have walked away? To me, that's like square peg, round hole. Like it's not going to fit. It's not going to work. You guys are not compatible. Don't light stuff on fire. Just walk away. And also, I feel like you might need a therapist to help you with the part where you ask if it's salvageable.
Yeah,
that concerns me.
Maybe start identifying what a healthy relationship is that you should be seeking. Right. That would be a good thing to go for. It's not a situation you want to be in. Period. That's it. Man.
That's what our next QOD is going to be. What was your biggest crash out?
I like it. Hey, Jay Frogger, is she single now? Asking for a friend. Any other pyros out there looking for a date?
I'm not looking for a date, but I do like to set stuff on fire.
You do. So anytime.
In a weird bonfire kind of way.
Candy Thunder she's a pyro. Anytime we build up like the brush pile at her folks' house, and they're massive, like 20 by 20 brush piles. She always wants to be the one to light them.
I just love it. I don't know why.
And the look in her eyes while she's watching it burn is really concerning.
There's a picture. Me holding my dog in front of a giant fire.
Yes, just good gravy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a follower submission. OP, if you happen to be here, I hope you claim it.
I just set dead brush on fire, though. I do want to preface that sometimes leaves. That's it.
Yes.
Not maybe brush and leaves are the same thing.
As far as we know. As far as we know. Yeah. So OP, if you happen to be here,
R.I.P. his favorite pair of shoes.
I do think, when we say therapy would be a good idea, it's not that there's anything wrong with you. It is to help you organize your thoughts and help you be able to reflect on this and learn from it. Not that there's anything wrong with you, just to be able to use this as a lesson. It would be a damn good idea. Damn good idea. And yeah, it's done. It's done. All right, we'll dive over to the next story here. The next one is Cake Story. Timeout. Tony Spark is called a timeout. Okay. Okay, we've got Cake Story to read, Double Petty Revenge stories to read. Let me give some thanks for the TikTok goal right now. Then we'll go ahead and get Tony Spark up here to do his appearance. Shall we do that? Because I think a pee break is in order. Can I get a gifter list from you, Mamacita? Mamacita, you're a mommy? And the number one spot for hitting the paper crane goal over here, no surprise, number one, Sam Goofballs at 8.3K. That might be a new record for the number one spot there. Honda Gal on the number two spot, Aunt Sue and East Moon, Shep, Elise Kutch, Lacey Lex, Andrea, Gen X, Real Broad Zuba, Shawnee, Tony Spark, and Melcy Jane. Thank you guys so much for the love. Caden Thunder's going to get the next one set up, which is going to be confetti and helmet. So we'll go that route over there. We're at 1 of 10. Elise, yeah, so Candy's the meme of the girl in front of a house fire. She literally it's her with a brush fire, but then she's holding all of her. It's hilarious. It is freaking hilarious. Okay, we'll get Tony Spark up here, and then we'll dive into the next round of stories that you guys have unlocked, and you've unlocked a lot of them. So we've got that to do. There it was. I'm the one taking a pee break, but I think Candy Thunder might have peed a little bit right then. Might have done it. Might have done it. All right, here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Tater, scoot back just a hair.
Hello. I don't know what happened there.
It's no longer forfeited. Candy.
Look at this. These are like perfectly stacked together. Why is it always the red? Who is in charge of cutting the red confetti at the confetti factory? Because I think that there might be a job performance review needed. Because this happens with all the red confetti. So I don't know who's cutting it, but you're not cutting it. See what I did there? See what I did there? Ah, that's literally the meme. Just literally
You have to hold it
like in front of my face. Can you
in front
see
of your face.
it?
Yeah, there you go.
See it? See him?
My dog looks so cute
Literally what happened. Anyway, hello everybody. How's everybody doing? Up in here. How was the lake? The lake's been good. The lake has been warm. It's been hot. Very sunny. I'm getting some good tan on. Yeah. We've got our big adult cousin camp weekend, we call it, this weekend at the lake. So that'll be a lot of fun. It's basically two households. We're competing against each other in like adult summer camp games, basically. So it's a lot of fun. I'm sure there'll be some content posted at TonySpark_. I posted a video last year of our Camp Wars. So probably going to do that again. Yeah, it's we're doing a bunch of games, like things you would do at camp, like doing a balloon toss, like beach ball relays. We're doing kayak relay race. We're doing beach ball. And then, of course, there's a lot of games that are like what would be traditional camper, like, field day type games. And then they might have an element of alcohol involved in them because it is adult after all. We've got our team. Our team we lost last year very badly. My house lost to the other cousins. The other team, we lost very badly because we underestimated the amount of buy-in that the other team was going to have and how committed they were going to be to it. And my team had I'm not going to lie, my team had a little bit of poor spirit, poor attitude going into last year.
Are we frozen on either side?
No.
Okay.
We had
my
my
preview up here shows that I'm frozen. So.
I would say that our team had bad vibes last year. Oh, no. We were not. I don't think the other team was completely bought into it. They were all in for the concept of it, like summer camp competition, fun games. Right. Ours were like, this is kind of dumb. Why are we doing this? Well,
no, you had party poopers.
We did, and so then we had a midday rally. We had a midday rally where we went on the quick little boat ride before we finished up the last bit of the games. We chugged a beer. We had a very motivational speech from one of our team members. We went back. We won a few games, but in the end, we still lost. This year, we're not making that same mistake. This year, our house is completely bought in. We've got ringers coming in for this deal. We've got full-on team uniforms. It's positive vibes only. We're strategizing how we're going to win these games. We're bought in this year.
You got ringers coming in. You didn't ask me to be a part of this at all.
Tell them your team name.
Oh yeah, we're the Average Joes this year.
Nice.
Yeah, we're the Average Joes from dodgeball because you know what? We're the underdogs that nobody expects to win because of last year. We didn't just lose, we lost a lot. Badly. And we're embarrassed. And we're all pretty competitive, so that didn't go well. But
and Drop of the Five said Tony is in the maintenance phase of the perfect coral shirt worthy.
It really is. This is the perfect. I think I said the other day, I was like, I don't think I can get more tan. I think this is as tan. My arms especially, I don't think they can get more tan. So.
The bright lights here like really don't do it justice either. They make it look lighter than it actually is.
But yeah.
Watch tan line.
There you go.
Watch tan line. You know, I think my watch is slipping on and off a little bit because it's not as defined as
lift the sleeve, show them the farmer's tan.
Yeah, no, nobody wants that. Farmer's tan's bad. Farmer's tan is bad. So, but anyway, Yeah, so stay tuned. I've got a video from last year if you're wondering what Camp Wars looks like. You can find that on at Tony Spark _ on TikTok, and then I'm sure I'll be making some news. I think Elsie and her cousin Marley decided they're gonna basically video the whole thing because they're gonna like vlog the whole thing. So we should have footage of all the games and all of everything, so we could do it. Because last year we didn't do a very good job of getting a lot of video of all the games, and there's like. Our team has 16 people on it, so we'll have 16 people. I think the other team has 15 or 16, and then there's other people that will be down there, that other family members that'll be there watching. So there's probably gonna be like 50 of us down there.
You need at least 3 people there to gimbal film, and you need 32 GoPros.
Yeah, it's wild. It's gonna be fun. There's tube rides, there's kayak races, there's drinking games, there's relay, there's a lot of stuff.
Damn.
It's gonna be fun. Anyway, goodbye, guys. Dusty's got a bunch of stories to read. Go follow at Tony Spark _ for all the latest leaked content. Adios.
Tony Spark, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get back up to the proper height here. And we'll dive into the next stories here. So I'm doing Cake Story, Petty Revenge, correct? Okay, and there's a Caden Thunder appearance here as well. Caden, are you I'll get through the Cake Story, and then are you good to jump in? Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and run fast here. Run fast. Okay, we've got several stories to get through and 14 minutes to do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have one of these for you now. It is Cake Story time. This is a follower-submitted cake story, and apparently it is a mother-in-law spicy cake story. Am I the astronaut for ruining my mother-in-law Kathy's birthday cake and making her cry in front of everyone? Shall we do a poll?
Yeah.
Am I the astronaut for ruining my mother-in-law Kathy's birthday cake and making her cry in front of everyone? I mean, that doesn't sound good. You ruined somebody's cake and made them cry? Like 2 separate crimes here, or is it just the one crime? Now, ruining is in quotation marks. So, ruining may not be ruining here. I don't know. Because, I mean, there may be a crime against a cake here, which we have to take seriously, right? We have to prosecute to the fullest extent of the law. But I have a feeling. This is a follower submission, by the way. OP, if you're in chat, raise your hand if you want to. I have a feeling, since it is a follower submission and OP knows how much we love cake, they wouldn't submit a story that they themselves did, in fact, intentionally harm a cake, which means that mother-in-law Kathy is probably the bizzo here. So I'm going in TA. Don't make me a fool, OP. Don't make me a fool. How's our poll going? ESH means everyone sucks here.
Poll results are NTA at 42% and ESH at 25%.
All right. NTA takes it. Let's see. Buckle up, Dusty. I have a mother-in-law cake story from this past weekend. I'm so excited.
Your seatbelt's on.
So my 28 female mother-in-law, Kathy, just turned 60, and my husband, 31 male, and I hosted her birthday at our house. It was supposed to be low-stress, small family gathering, potluck style. Kathy insisted she didn't want a big fuss. Cool. I bake as a hobby and offered to make her a cake. She hit me with her usual, "Oh no, dear, don't bother. I'll just pick something up from the store." But then, classic Kathy, she launched into a 20-minute monologue about how people these days don't know how to bake from scratch, and how her mother used to make the most divine red velvet cake you've ever tasted in your life, dear. It was the pinnacle of sophistication. A lost art, really. So I took the hint. I spent 2 days making a gorgeous 3-layer red velvet cake with cream cheese frosting. I crumb-coated, piped delicate little rosettes, and even used edible gold leaf for the lettering. Sorry, words are hard. And even used edible gold leaf for the lettering. Happy 60th, Kathy. The thing looked straight out of a magazine. Damn. Is it one of those cakes that's like too pretty to eat? You know what I mean? That's a thing. That's a thing. The day the party arrives, Kathy walks in, sees the cake, and freezes like I just served her a taxidermied raccoon. She gives me a tight smile and goes, "Oh, red velvet. How vintage." Listen, bitch, I'm about to red velvet you. Okay, whatever. I bite my tongue. After dinner, I bring out the cake. Everyone is oohing and awing except Kathy. who's sitting there staring at it like it just keyed her car. Then she says, "Red velvet? Ugh, I never understood the hype. It's just dyed chocolate. Honestly, I find it so tacky."
What?
I was so stunned I actually laughed. This is the same woman who has spent years waxing poetic about her mother's red velvet cake like it was baked by angels and delivered via golden chariot. Before I can respond, Kathy stands up and goes, "Actually, I brought my own cake." Oh. I feel a spatula slapping match coming on here. She stomps into the kitchen and comes back with a sad little Walmart sheet cake. The frosting was smudged from the lid and it said, "Happy birthday, Kathy," because apparently spelling is optional at Walmart. She slams it down next to mine and says, "This is what a real cake looks like. Simple, elegant, chocolate. None of this dyed nonsense." At that point, I was done playing nice, so I said, maybe a little too loudly, "Well, good thing you brought it, Kathy. Wouldn't want you to suffer through my tacky attempt at honoring your mother's legacy."
Yes.
The room went dead silent. Kathy gasped like I had just punted a toddler across the room. Then, right on cue, she burst into tears and ran out of the dining room like a contestant eliminated on The Bachelor. Now half the family is blowing up my phone saying I embarrassed her on her special day and should apologize. The other half, the ones who actually ate my cake, are texting me things like "Team Red Velvet" and "Never forget 7/19, the cake wars." My husband thinks Kathy was ridiculous, but he's been conditioned since childhood to ignore her dramatic antics. I'm curious to get your thoughts, Dusty. Am I the astronaut for ruining Kathy's birthday with my red velvet monstrosity? Or should I have just let her Walmart masterpiece take center stage? You did nothing wrong. And I am so happy that you stood up to her and called her out in a very sarcastic way. I think it's fantastic. Like, no, you didn't embarrass her. What were you supposed to do? Were you supposed to let her be an absolute biznatch to you and just completely demean all the effort that you put into celebrating her birthday and honoring her mother's legacy with her shitty little Walmart sheet cake and say all the shit that she was saying and just take it? Was that what you were supposed to do? Because all you did was stand up for yourself. And if that embarrasses her, that's a her fucking problem.
Yeah, Team Red Velvet.
Team
That's all
Red
I gotta
Velvet.
say. 100%.
Team Red Velvet.
Tony, now's not the time. Now's not the time.
What the fuck are you doing, man?
What team are you on?
Obviously, Team Red.
You're Team Bizzo Walmart sheet cake now because you just said I'm never really been a Red Velvet fan. You know, it's not about that right now, man. It's about good and evil.
I do like cream cheese.
Are you a Sith or are you a fucking Jedi, man? It's that simple.
Tony.
And drop the $5 super on the YouTube side. Said I'd like to nominate this story in the best comeback category for the Dusties 3.0.
I think this was amazing.
Hear her. We need to earmark this one. This is fantastic. I friggin' love it.
And sometimes you just got to play in the mud and be a petty bitch. And I feel like she petty confetti because she did it. 100%.
Yes. We're gonna petty awesome this. Petty thunder. Petty thunder. Kaleidoscope, yes, absolutely. You don't have to eat the cake, you just love the cake, Brooke says. See,
Yeah.
Tony? Yeah.
It's about choosing the right side.
I choose that side.
I don't think red velvet is dyed. Maybe in a box. I don't know. Let's look.
Yeah,
this up.
I don't think it is. It's not, it's not dyed chocolate, right?
Well, basically, I believe that
But real broad, yeah, I wanna see trade tacky ode to Nana's legacy. The vinegar makes the chocolate turn red. Huh. And Nana, mother-in-law did a Navy Thunder, but isn't 4. Well, it's like, after she's talked about this red velvet cake that is like magical for years and years and years and years and years, to say the shit that she said is only straight up targeting OP. That's it. She just targeted her and tried to be shitty about it.
Why
It
did
was
she?
already on.
Oh, why did she target her though?
No idea.
I want to know. I want to know that
Because
this was clearly malicious.
OP, are you here? By the
I
by,
have not seen. But so it's the ingredients. It's not like red dye in the cake. At least not in the one that OP made. I don't know. Her cake sounded epic. Like epically amazing.
Yeah.
And I feel
Beetroot,
like she has every right to stand up for it.
buttermilk. Yeah, no matter what. Look, it doesn't matter what the issue was. What she did, she knew was shitty. She was intentional. This was premeditated bitchery.
Right.
Right? Because she went to Walmart and got her own cake with the smudgy misspelled name on it and everything and brought it and hid it in the kitchen to go retrieve it at the right moment.
That's true.
This was pre-fucking meditated.
That's true.
This bitch can eat her Walmart blue frosting and shit green for a week.
OP
Have
piped
fun.
rosettes and gold
Goat.
foiled the name. I know that's gonna make it into the final one. Whatever.
Can you say gold rolls?
No, I don't want
Not
to.
gonna do it.
No, thank you.
Not gonna do it. Okay, we got to get Caden Thunder up here real quick before he jets out. You guys unlocked him. Let's do that right meow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Caden Thunder!
Tagging you in.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Hey.
hey, how's everybody doing today?
What is that character?
What character?
Hey.
Hey, I don't know. What are we doing? Did somebody name their baby Aquaman?
For reals?
That's what I heard while I was walking through the grapevine.
Fantastic Four this weekend. You're going to see it.
I'm gonna go see Fantastic Four, yeah. Yeah. See, someone did name their baby Aquaman. I'm not crazy.
I'll be damned. Did you go see the new Superman?
I went and saw the new Superman, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Talk about that for a minute. Is that...
Yeah,
Did you like it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good, yeah. Went and saw the new Superman. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, mm-hmm. Saw it when I was headed to get my 4 Dr. Peppers. Mm-hmm. It was a chit impression for you. Shout out chit. Yeah. Oh, binge watching Supernatural all day. That's easy to do. It's easy to get sucked into that show. Yeah, the new Fantastic Four looks really good. I'm gonna go see it this weekend. I did not see Jurassic Park though. I don't know. I'll probably go see that too. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Thank you. I practiced my chit impression, and now I think that the peacock is America Ferrera. Mm-hmm. Do it, lady, on your birthday. All of it, everything.
Forget about this.
All at once.
Shark Week, baby.
Yeah.
Shark Week, baby. Shark Week, baby. Shark Week, baby.
Do it, lady. All of it. I had a nightmare like this once. This is exactly how it happened. Oh, Sinners? Yeah, that's a great movie. Tony Spark watched that movie and he had no idea it was he had no idea there was vampires. So he was in for a shock. Yeah, you can imagine his surprise. Yeah, Sinners is great. The soundtrack's so good too. Anybody listen to Tyler the Creator in here? Because he dropped a great album this week on a Monday. It was great.
Don't touch the glass. Isn't that what it was?
Yeah, don't tap the glass.
Don't tap the glass.
Touch the glass.
I got to the
Swag.
end of that, and he's like, "Congratulations, the glass was not tapped."
Yeah.
Like, so the whole point is to listen to the album without touching your phone, right?
I mean, it's just mostly to get you to dance. It's like people are so afraid of being cringy that nobody wants to dance or anything anymore. So it's just about like just letting it loose and dancing and moving throughout the album. So it was great.
Sweets Meg says, "What's the most embarrassing thing Dusty has done?" We're not going to talk about that.
You've probably seen it.
No. Yeah, you probably have.
It's probably been on stream.
You probably have. Probably have.
You're on Monday?
Yeah. It happens.
Oh, man.
Okay, we got to get into our
All right, guys,
our 2
I'll
stories here.
talk to
Caden
you.
Thunder, ladies and
I'll
gentlemen.
talk to you in your dreams.
You're gonna talk to them in their dreams. He's gonna hack your dreams, y'all. He's gonna Bring a shark. It's bringing a shark. Ooh, Radiant Decay, you went to My Chemical Romance last minute? That'd be fun as hell. That would be cool. That's Kid and Thunder and I, whenever he was a youngin', and it was just me and him, we listened to some My Chemical Romance quite a bit. That and played like the OG Black Ops. Heck yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Lex, thanks so much for the floating heart on the YouTube side there. Greatly appreciate it. Let's go ahead and dive in. Hey, Jennifer Nesbitt, Kelly Brienne, thanks so much for the love. Broken, thanks so much for the love over there as well. Is Caden the Sandman? He might be. He might very well be. Are you the Sandman? Well, he says yes. So there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a couple stories to dive into, and they are
Petty revenge stories.
up first. We have shopping revenge. Let me get a drink of water real quick. You good, Mama?
Hey, Mama. Look out now.
Look out, Mama. This is a story of my wife's petty revenge during shopping. She and my son went into the supermarket to get a few things. They didn't have a shopping cart, just a couple of things that they could carry in their hands. There were long queues at the normal tills, so naturally, to skip them, they went to self-checkout. Excuse me. The system there is 4 self-checkouts and 1 line for all of them. Line was not long, maybe 2 to 3 people, but by the time they were next in line, there were around 10 people behind them. So their turn comes, and she was distracted for a few seconds, nothing unusual. We're talking about 4 seconds max. Usually when that happens, the person behind them prompts the next in line and waits for their turn. True sign of civilization. Not this time. A young couple, maybe in their late teens, early 20s, pushes past her and her son. Usually she would let it slide, but not this time. She calls out to him and asks, does he really think that 10 people behind her are waiting for him to cut past the line? His answer, well, you didn't pay enough attention and weren't fast enough. Instead of arguing with the idiot, she calmly swiped one of her items on his till and proceeded to the next that became vacant. By the time she finished with her items, he was still waiting on the store clerk to cancel her one item. As they went towards the exit, he called out to her, "You're crazy!" She calmly replied, "Well, you didn't pay enough attention," and exited out. Round of applause. Round of applause. Also, I don't know that I'd be like smart and quick enough to be able to pull that off. She was just like, "Hey, I'll show you, fucker," and swiped one of her items to scan it on his register, so he had to get it removed or pay for it. It's brilliant.
Brings me joy. It feeds my petty level, and I really like it. I have a very petty issue with, basically with checkouts in general, and this makes me happy. And I'm so happy for his wife that she did this.
The entire checkout area is just like it's like a minefield up there. It's just drama waiting to happen all the time.
Right. They think we can police ourselves in a checkout line. Don't give us that much power.
With sometimes one person there to oversee the whole time. Most of the time, nobody, right? It's just like,
It's too much power for America. Put it back.
Say that again.
You are not confrontational enough to handle
you just let it
like
happen.
this.
Tony Sparkman.
And I love you for it.
All right, we're going to dive into the next petty revenge story here. And this is our final story for the day, ladies and gentlemen. We got another
Petty revenge story.
roommate tried to sleep with my fiance. The fuck? My fiance and I have been couch surfing while waiting for our move-in date. We have all of our stuff packed into the vehicle, and we are only 2 weeks away. The last place we were at was with a couple that she knew. The wife was pregnant, and for a few days, things were going well. They gave us a tour of their house and everything, and me and the husband got to flex our cooking muscles together. We got along really well and even exchanged numbers so we could keep in touch. Not long into our stay, however, my fiance calls me while I'm at work, saying she needs to talk to me as soon as I get off. When she picks me up, she tells me she's been in the car all day. She told the roommates that she went shopping. She started crying and told me that the husband had grabbed her ass and tried to get her to sleep with him.
What the fuck?
My initial reaction was explosive, but when I calmed down, I told her that we can go back and get our stuff. When we got there, the couple was sitting on the couch watching a movie. He called me buddy when I came in, and I had to resist the urge to throw something at him. I told him I needed to shower. Meanwhile, my fiance quietly grabbed the few things we brought in. In the bathroom, I took a marginally decent crap. To save you the nasty details, the conditions were right for me to scar him for life. He had this overpriced $200 loofah in the shower. I used it to scrub my body, felt great. Then I used it to clean my unwiped bottom, made sure not to wash it, and put it up where he usually hung it. After that amazing shower, I came out and got dressed, checked on my fiance in the car, and went back in for one last gut punch. I told his wife that he tried sleeping with my fiance, and to no one's surprise, I found out this isn't his first time. I left in a hurry while they argued. Me and my girl got the hell out of Dodge. I got a text the next day, one of him in all caps, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Followed by a picture of his loofah covered in dry fecal matter. I simply sent a laughing emoji and blocked his number. Once again, we've got fantastic.
Those
fantastic.
are so good, Tony.
Who has
Well
a
done.
$200 fucking loofah?
Not me. Mine was 4.
What's the point? Yes, he's
Yeah.
got a pregnant wife. Yeah, well, that's why he tried to cheat. Yeah, he's like, oh, you're not pregnant. You'll do.
That was good shit. That's amazing.
That was definitely good shit.
That was perfect.
uh
The guy deserved to have his loofah covered in fecal matter.
I've never seen a
100%.
$200 loofah. Like how?
Now it's a poofa.
It's a poof. It is a
Good
poofa. It's not a poofa. I've never even seen one. That's unheard of. What?
Why?
What? Yeah, absolutely. Why? Like, what does it do? That's special.
Self-cleaning.
Self-shitting.
That's right, Bridget.
Wanted to know what a $200 loofah would feel like on my shitty ass. You know?
It's like so gross, but so funny. This is the only poop story I approve of.
I'm Candy Thunder, and I approve this message.
I was going to put the opposite.
What?
Nothing. What?
What does that mean?
On the wrap. At the end of it.
Oh.
We'll use it later.
We have to tell them. I mean, they're not going to see it. They're not going to see it ever, but we're going to tell you real quick. So you know how we normally do a stream teaser? Like we put out a video. Here's the fun part is that we give ourselves like 1 to 2 hours total to make this stream teaser, and that's like concept to finished product. It is always like a film. It's like a film competition. Like you get a concept and you have to make something super fast, like that day, right? We give ourselves like a couple hours max to come up with the idea and to execute whatever the stream teaser is. So the videos you've been seeing where we did like the whole like the golden astronaut in the park, that kind of thing, is like we make it. Come up with the idea and just make it right then. We give ourselves no time to do it. So yesterday, we do these on Tuesday mornings. Yesterday,
I'm not in the office on Tuesday. It's my day off. It is my day off. Very off.
Had
Completely off work.
No immediate ideas. Normally there's one like, here's what I'm thinking. And normally like Tony Spark has the script ready and we take it and run with it, right? We were struggling to come up with a concept.
And I do get to see the scripts before the actual project
most
is
of the time
executed. Yeah.
Most of the time.
I
yes.
see them.
Yesterday, not so much. We were in a hurry. We didn't have much time. We didn't have a great idea. But we have to one up it every time. So what we ended up doing was writing a rap. We did found a beat, and I wrote and recorded in the sound booth a rap, like a minute and a half, right? It was just short, the
video was 1 minute and 51 seconds.
Yeah. And then we did a video for it, which was
I looked.
Caden Thunder.
I made it through 20.
We walked around the block and got some footage, and he filmed me while I was in the booth. We made a rap video, and it is the most middle-aged.
He called himself White Bush.
And it's the most middle-aged white dad-bodied with a bad back rap video I have ever seen in my entire life. Which it's cringe of myself, and I understand that it's cringe, but why would I stop embarrassing myself now? But I trust Candy Thunder.
For the sake of our kids.
Yes,
our
that's
family.
I trust Candy Thunder's judgment more than I trust my own, and she put a stop to it. So it will never
I did
see.
not put a stop to it. I did not. You guys chose to put a stop to it. I said I will have no part in this. I'm not deciding whether or not that sees the light of day. Those were my words.
Candy Thunder did not approve that message. So
I told Tony if he put it out there, I wanted a thing at the end that says Candy Thunder does not approve this message. Very quick, political.
So we just shelved it. We just shelved it, and it will never see the light of day.
It was
Seriously, I trust your opinion more than I trust my own.
that's fucking wise when it comes to content.
When it comes to rap videos,
it was
posted or it didn't happen. It didn't happen. That's where we have to be. We just have to be.
no, it fucking happened.
It didn't happen.
I made it through 20 seconds.
That's what she said.
That's
yeah.
what Nick said.
So.
Sorry.
So anyway, there's a rap video out there. Not out there. It's not out there. We made a rap video that is never going to get posted.
I loved the video last week at the park in like the Golden Astronaut. I was obsessed. I loved it. It was the perfect amount of fun.
Trying to one up it is the problem, right? Like we'll see. We'll see.
Post it for subscribers. Oh no! I don't know if we can put it out there because it could be copied and reposted.
I think it'll never see the light of day. I just have to delete. I have to delete all traces of it.
It was a great bop. I'll just say that. The 20 seconds that I heard were amazing. What?
So
I didn't get it past
in the group conversation. In the group conversation, I sent the Monty Python and the Holy Grail King Arthur.
You make me sad.
And that was it. Like that's where it's at. So anyway, just know that happened, and that's why we didn't post a stream teaser this week. Okay, that is our.
It was also very much.
This is not my fault.
No,
It's not.
she did not get.
Tis but a scratch.
To be fair, at the end of the day,
No, Candy Thunder, you saved me from doing something really embarrassing. In the beginning of the rap, I'm like, this is a really bad idea, isn't it? Like I actually say that in it, and Candy Thunder's like, yep, stop.
That's as far as I got.
it's a gift though.
All right,
That's
ladies
as
and
far
gentlemen,
as I got.
we gotta get ready for a VIP stream. We're gonna jump on that. Don't forget, we have 8 p.m. tonight. Is going to be the next episode of The Imperfect Storms will be the premiere. So we have that coming out too. VIP is going to be in about 10 to 15 minutes here. We will be live Sunday, the 27th, 9 p.m. Central. We're going to be live next Wednesday as well. But we do have, okay, so tonight, 8 p.m. Central, Imperfect Storms.
yeah.
Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central, YouTube members only live. So we got a lot going on in these next couple days here. So be sure to check us out. Next thing will be VIP. Then Imperfect Storms at 8 p.m. Central. Be sure to subscribe on the YouTube side. If you are not already, you will get to see things like Thunder and Spark, like the Imperfect Storms that's coming out at 8 p.m. All the things. All the things will be over there. VIPs we'll see you here in about 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you guys so much for the love today. It's been a blast. I'm sorry I made a rap video that you'll never see.